Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody have their mistakes. What's up, babes, and welcome back to my channel. I'm just kidding. What's up, babes, and welcome back to my channel, Shavaria's TV. I am back with another video, and this time it's gonna be a story time. And the reason why I'm putting this one out here is because I had the college tips for you guys, and also I'm going to do a high school mistakes that I made, or whatever the case may be, and also pointers as well. I'm sorry, y'all, I got my blanket on. I am cold. So let's get started. This is a story time on the time I thought I wasn't going to graduate. I need to talk more professional. Goodness. So let's see, 12th grade year. I thought I wasn't graduating. And the reason why is because I did everything but focused on school. And I'm not going to say everything but focused on school. I need to fix this. But like, everything was important. Everything else was important besides school, whether it was basketball, volleyball, softball, whatever the case may be. I did not take school as serious as I should have. And that is one of the worst mistakes that I made. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It had me so stressed out in the end, so worried, and trying to figure out, like, was I going to be able to graduate? Was I going to be able to do this? Was I going to be able to go to college? I was stressed out, honestly. And when 12th grade year approached, let me just rewind. 10th grade year, I hadn't passed the FCAT. 11th grade year, I missed it by a couple of points. And 12th grade year, I also missed it by a couple of points. And no, the FCAT wasn't important to a lot of people, but we needed it to graduate, and I hadn't passed the FCAT. And I felt dumb. I didn't tell nobody. I just was kind of going with the flow, but I was depressed at the same time. I was hurt, sad. Like I said, I felt dumb. Because I hadn't passed, and I knew I needed it to graduate, and I just knew that if I hadn't passed the FCAT, I just knew I was going to drop out. So yeah, moving on along. So a whole bunch of us, like, it was a whole bunch of us, got called to the office one day, and our guidance counselors was talking to us, goodness, and was basically, like, I'm about to cry. I don't even know why I'm about to cry, but anyways, our guidance counselors was talking to us and basically just telling us, like, you know, this is what it is. Y'all haven't passed the FCAT yet, and you know, I don't know if I was more, like, I was embarrassed, and like I said, I was hurt because it was that at that moment, like, I realized I wasn't going to college, and at that moment I also realized, like, I wasn't going to be able to go off to play basketball, and I didn't get a chance to. So because my dream has always been to move off and go off to college. It was a scapegoat for me, but I guess God had plans on other arrangements for me, I should say. So they call us in the office, they're talking to us, telling us, like, you know, basically you're gonna be able to graduate. You pass all your classes. Because honestly, when I found out that I had passed, like, I knew I was graduating. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I knew I was graduating because I had passed all my classes. Y'all, I was literally, my 12th grade year, barely going to school. And I knew the only thing I had to do was pass the FCAT. So other things really didn't matter to me. I was skipping school. But every time around basketball, softball, like volleyball, every time around that time, I would act like I had sense, if that makes sense. Like, I would be pressed about school. And I guess it was because basketball and stuff was what I loved to do. that was something I had fun doing. So I would literally be pressed to do my work, pressed to make sure I had good grades, just because I knew I would get kicked off the team. And my basketball coach was so hard on me, and I literally opened up to her about anything and everything. So long story short, I talked to her and I was telling her, like, I didn't pass the FCAT, woo woo woo, and I was going to be able to go off to college. But I knew it was other alternatives that I could have done, in which that's what I had to do. So fast forward, I ended up, I did get to walk the stage, but a part of me did not feel complete. Like, okay, I walked the stage, but like I said, it didn't feel like the real deal. Like, it was happening. All my family was there. And I knew, like, I'm graduating. Okay, we're walking the stage. It's all here. But it was so crazy because there's so many of us out there that didn't pass the FCAT. And I'm just like, and it just kept playing in my head, like, damn, I graduated, but I didn't graduate, if that makes sense. I graduated with a certificate of completion. So, and that at that moment, like, after I walked the stage and everything, that's when I wanted to give up. Like, honestly, that's when I really wanted to give up. I just felt like everything had come to an end. Where did I go? Where do I go? Which way do I go? I honestly felt slow for not passing the FCAT. And it's just, when the FCAT came, I got so nervous. But like I said, twice I missed it by like a point or two. And it was just, nerve-wracking. So that's when that's really the story time on when I thought I was not graduating. And this, I'm going to throw this part in here because this is motivation to anybody that's struggling in high school, to anybody that graduated with a certificate of completion. I'm telling you this, and I told you that story to tell you this. Well, I told you that to tell you this. Y'all, do not give up. I swear, don't give up. And the reason why I say don't give up is because, listen, I went back and took the FCAT again. One more time after we had graduated. You can do it once a year. I don't know if they changed it. Honestly, I didn't go back to, you know what I'm saying, but you could take it one time out the year after we graduated. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna give it a try. So I did it. I went back and I did it again. Okay, this time I missed it by 1 point, literally 1 point. And I said, F it, I'm not going back. I'm not even worried about it. Just whatever I do is gonna be me, like, it's gonna be me not going to college. That's just, if I need that to, if the FCAT is what's hindering me from going to college, then I won't be going. That's the attitude that I had. And at that moment, I want to say I went back in like November or October. No, it couldn't have been. Yeah, it was. I want to say I went back in like November or October, November, and I didn't pass. Well, listen. I knew I wanted to go to school. I knew college was something that I wanted to do. And what I had to do was something that I did not want to do. And this is the reason, this is why I say don't give up. And there's other alternatives out there that you can do. I knew I wanted to go to school. I know what my dream is. I know how I want to live. I know how I want my kids to live. So, and I want to build a foundation for my family and generations after me. So that kind of like motivated me. I'm like, what the freak? Like, what can I do? Like, I got to do something quick. And I went back and I went and talked to the people at the college. And I sat down, and I don't want to say her name because I don't know if that's like legal, but I sat down and I talked to her and I was telling her like, hey, I didn't pass the FCAT. things like that. And I can't pass it, and if that's what I got to do, then I'm not going to do it. So she was like, okay, there's other options, but you may not want to do it because you had to pay money. And like she said, it was kind of like taking school all over again. And I was like, okay, you know, what is it? And she told me, go get your GED. Go get your GED and you can get in school. And I don't know why, but something clicked and was like, I'm not freaking doing that. And I thought about it, but at that same time, it was like this person was telling me I'm not doing that, but this person was saying, bitch, you gonna do that. I mean, bitch, oops, I am so sorry. But that person was saying, yes, you're gonna do that. So, bam, long story short, I was like, okay, I mean, this is what I gotta do. But at the same time, let me tell y'all, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, I can't pass science. Do you know how long ago it's been since I did science and history? And so it was reading, math, science, and history. And I knew for a fact I couldn't pass science. But any which way, moving on along, guess what? I went back. I went to Haney. And guess what I did? I didn't even, and the crazy part is, I didn't even have to sit through any classes. I didn't have to take no classes out there. Since I graduated with a certificate of completion from Rutherford, all I had to do was take the test. I went in there, and you could sign up for 2 tests a day. No, it wasn't 2 tests. Yeah, I took 2 tests a day. The first time I went, guess what I did? I took math and science in the same day. I never forget. Guess what I did? Guess what I passed first? Science. So I was like, okay. That next week, I had my history and reading. Guess what I passed? History. So, long story short, the Haney was only offering it certain times. So, you know, your girl was motivated, and I knew I had no other choice. Hit the road. I went to Chipley. Retook reading. And they had other testing going on in there, but I went and retook reading. And I went and took the reading. I could only do it one time. Went there, took the reading, came back, and I said I wasn't going to look at my test results. I was going to wait till I did the math. Went back and did the math. Passed it. So, y'all, that's why I say, like, don't give up. There's other things you can do, and I swear on everything I love, it was the best feeling ever. Just to know, nobody knew I graduated with a certificate of completion. I didn't tell nobody. Nobody knew that I got a GED. I didn't tell nobody. It was nobody's business. All everybody knew was everybody knew that I was in school. That was it. Like, I graduated, got my GED, went back to Gulf Coast, and yeah, I'm working on my AA. I have a couple more credits, and I'm actually going back to school this semester to take my accounting class. And I'm going to do accounting and probably do, Lord behold, my calculus class. And yeah, so that is the story time when I thought that I was not graduating. And also a little motivation to keep you going, and just to show, like, don't give up. Don't give up. Just because you hit one speed bump don't mean you can't hit a second one, and don't mean you can't cross that speed bump. Like I said, I'm in college now. I am a couple credits away from having my AA. I'm also going to be taking a real estate class here. Hopefully I'll be doing that within the next couple weeks or so. I gotta pay $300 and some for that, but hey, it is what it is. But anyways, that is the story time when I thought that I was not graduating. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below, and I'll see you guys back in the next video. Bye guys.